So we're getting a load of manure here. This is about 50% sawdust and 50% horse manure. Okay, now it's about getting it home and now putting it all over the street. So can you give me a rundown as to the percentage of sawdust to horse manure real quick?
I would say the percentage is about 40% manure and 60% sawdust.
Okay, a little higher sawdust.
Yeah, a little higher sawdust, and it's mixed in with the remnants of the hay. And
And as you're seeing this work yourself, how long do you think it takes before it actually turns into compost here on site?
on site here, when I just leave it in a pile and I don't touch it, I would say probably 2 months.
Yeah.
And then that's with a pretty good sized pile.
And it's still hot when you cracked it open yet then?
Yes, and it's hot then. This here was a week old and it had a little bit of steam coming out of it because it had rained earlier in the week. So
okay,
that moisture speeds it up a little bit. But
I agree.
When the pile gets bigger, the moisture stays in the middle and it turns into, it gets hot and stays moist the whole time then.
Okay, and then you have a small fee for taking some of this, or how do you make the deal?
If you take more than one load, it's free.
Okay.
If you take one load, then it's $10.
$10, get your tractor going and
Yeah.
and your time and all that.
You bet.
All right, good to know.
So,
Okay,
yeah, come on over, County
Okay.
S, Manitowoc.
thanks, Chris.
All right.
All right. Here I am at home base with the manure. I think this is 2+ yards of manure sawdust mixture. Okay, what I'm bringing from over here is kitchen waste that we stored up over the winter. This here is compost from last year. I'll help to inoculate it. Okay, got some wild plants here that I harvested. We have garlic buster, mullein. I think that's I'm not sure what that one is. I think, and thistles. Look at this thistle here. Really got some really growth on it now. Well, this green material adds nitrogen as well as bacteria. We want to encourage the bacteria that's oxygenated to come and grow. And that's what we're putting in here. Caught a lot of fish this year, and here we have a head of a brown trout. This is bones from suckers, lake suckers. About this is I'm getting double benefit out of this pulling these weeds. Obviously I'm taking the weeds out of the garden beds where they're competing with my plants, but then the real positive part of this is now I'm taking the minerals of those wild plants and I'm adding it to my compost, and of course that's going to go right back to feeding the plants that I want to grow. Win-win. Here's the whole side of my compost pile plastered with fermented kitchen waste. Okay, you might think this is the end of the composting, but this is just the beginning. This is the build-up pile. Now there's a lot of sawdust in here, that's why I added more water than normal. I think it's going to really need it to kick off. But I got a tight space here, and it's going to be interesting if I can get that to flip right next door, because they're just another 3-4 feet, then it's all I have. And if I can pull this off and make it work, that'll be interesting to be able to say, well, this is the dimensions of the pile, of the area you need to make a pile like this. So that's a big pile. That looks like 3 yards right there. So I'm looking forward to this one. I'm not going to be adding a lot of green material like I normally do. And I don't have a lot of straw to break down. I think that sawdust will break down pretty fast the way I built it. Yeah. So I'm hoping it gets done in 18, 21, 24 days. I'm going to be putting up a fence right here, a wooden fence, and I'm going to pile up against that fence. I'm going to plant watermelons in it. So it'll have the solar aspect coming down, beating on that thing, plus there'll still be residue heat in it even though it's done. Then I'll get those watermelons growing. So those are all plans that I have today. Who knows what will happen once I get it done. Looks good. Okay, thanks for watching.